How's it going, everybody? I'm Stella Chung, and this is the Weekly Fix, the show where we round up all the gaming and entertainment headlines you may have missed this week. GTA 5's next-gen features have been revealed, but the upgrade won't be a free one. Plus, we have news on a potential Elden Ring DLC. In the entertainment world, John Cho reveals his thoughts on the cancellation of the live-action Cowboy Bebop show, and the Batman spinoff is now a horror series. Don't get too spooked, and let's dive right on into it.
Rockstar has released details on the enhanced versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online on Xbox Series X, S, and PlayStation, coming to you March 15th. Grand Theft Auto 5 will support 3 new graphic settings, offering players options to let them play the game how they want. Fidelity mode runs at the highest visual settings, with native 4K ray tracing at 30 frames per second on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Xbox Series S will support upscale 4K resolution. Performance mode targets 60 frames per second upscaled at 4K resolution for both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, with Series S at 1080p. Performance RT mode is a hybrid of both fidelity and performance mode, running GTA 5 upscaled at 4K with ray tracing and targeted 60 frames per second. This mode, however, is only available for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. On the PlayStation 5, GTA 5 will take advantage of DualSense controller using haptics and other adaptive trigger feedback, including Tempest 3D audio and SSDs for faster loading. Xbox Series XS will also utilize SSDs as well as spatial sound for even better immersion. Rockstar has also promised high-end PC visuals like increasing population and traffic variety, improved lighting quality, water reflections, highly detailed new explosions, motion blur, fire, and increased vegetation density. Grand Theft Auto Online players will see 8 years worth of gameplay updates and new features. How special works will be added to the Los Santos car meet, which includes vehicle upgrades, a new class of races for modded vehicles, and weekly rotations of How Special Works time trials, as well as premium test ride. GTA Online will also receive updates to quality of life with a new intro tutorial and a more useful main menu to let you jump directly into the fun parts of the game. In addition, GTA Online will become a standalone title for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, which can be downloaded and kept for free for PlayStation 5 players during the first 3 months of release. As of now, Rockstar has not announced a price for GTA Online standalone version. New players to GTA Online will be introduced to a career builder, onboarding new players with a $4 million bonus for free to get them started on their lavish spending on properties, vehicles, and maybe some new clothes. Now, if you are a veteran GTA Online player and have accumulated an enormous amount of wealth that you want to transfer to new-gen consoles, Rockstar says PlayStation 4 and Xbox One players can move both their GTA 5 story mode progress and GTA Online characters to new-gen systems and even across console platforms. This migration is a one-time transfer, but you'll be able to transfer your characters' weapons, stats, vehicles, properties, clothing, and jobs. To start the migration, you'll need to go to the Game tab in GTA 5 pause menu and hit Upload Save Game. Save games will be downloadable for 90 days after upload. But you'll only have till March 15th to migrate your account for free. Rockstar hasn't given us much info on what'll happen after that. Moving on, Elden Ring players are taking to eBay to sell and buy its in-game currency, runes, but they may be facing bans very soon. On eBay, dozens of listings show a range of prices from $10 for 1 million runes to $25 for 20 million runes. These listings do involve sending the seller your character name and entering multiplayer and having them drop golden rune items. The service is becoming increasingly popular as it reduces the amount of grind necessary to level up players' gear. But the biggest issue with this service is that it goes completely against Elden Ring's terms of service. Bandai Namco explicitly states that no player shall be entitled to sell or buy another's items, characters, or save data via real money trading. Players that break this term entitle the company to give players warnings before taking action, which could be a suspension, ban, or even deletion of their data. So I shouldn't have to say this, but you shouldn't buy or sell runes. Yeah, Elden Ring is hard, but it's not impossibly hard to get plenty of runes. You do not have to resort to paying for runes. Don't be a wimp. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Also, if you have not seen the Elden Ring ad from Thailand posted by Twitter user Daniel Ahmad, let me just say it's worth a watch. They even have an action trailer starring actress Min Na Wen, which is pretty cool. Watch the full trailers of both Elden Ring commercials on IGN. Hold on to Chop for support because we're going to break down pricing for the next-gen versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online, as Rockstar won't be offering free upgrades to existing owners, but rather discounts for the first 3 months of launch. Pricing for all new versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online are now live on PlayStation Store and Microsoft Store. At launch, GTA 5 on the PlayStation 5 will be 75% off, priced at $9.99 USD, with the price increasing to $39.99 USD after 3 months. This version includes the single-player story mode and GTA Online. The standalone version of GTA Online for PlayStation 5 is completely free, but only for the first 3 months of release on the PlayStation 5. After that, GTA Online will cost $19.99 USD. Still with me? Okay, because there's different launch discounts for Xbox. At launch, GTA 5 on the Xbox Series XS will be 50% off, priced at $19.99 USD, with the price increasing after 3 months to $39.99 USD. This version also includes a single-player story mode and GTA Online. However, Xbox version of GTA Online will not be free at launch. Instead, the GTA Online standalone edition will be on sale for the first 3 months at $9.99 USD, and after which it will cost $19.99 USD. Starting today, players can pre-order the updated version and preload the upgrades, but you won't be able to play the update until March 15th. In case you're bad at math, you have until June to score these deals. I mean, with the new versions of GTA 5 and GTA Online, you do get 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, improved texture qualities, HDR options, ray tracing, faster loading times, 3D audio, platform-specific features, and a bunch of other features. Players will also be able to transfer their story mode progress from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and will receive a Karen S95 House Special Work Racing outfit and a set of new chameleon paints for vehicles as a reward. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. At the very least, Rockstar recently confirmed they're working on a brand new GTA game, so you could always hold out for that one instead, although it's probably years away for all we know. If you have been playing Elden Ring, then you may have come across some really interesting locked areas in the lands between that may have piqued your curiosity. Just a heads up, this is a spoiler warning. As you venture into the lands between, you'll come across coliseums that you can't enter. According to FromSoft data miner Lance McDonald, coliseums are found in multiple locations across the map, complete with an arena, stands for spectators, and elevators. Many have concluded, including McDonald, that these areas could be used for future DLC. One idea that seems to fit well is to use these arenas as part of the game's PvP mode. Yes, PvP Invasion is a functioning part of the game, but there is no designated area for players to battle it out like in other Souls games. Another running theory is the area could be used for a boss rush mode, allowing players to replay fights against Elden Ring's plethora of bosses. Though this seems far less likely given producer Yasuhiro Kitao has mentioned to Game Braves that the team isn't planning on adding such a feature. Regardless, a DLC expansion is probably months away, but Elden Ring is huge with lots to do, so players will have enough to occupy them until more news comes out. And if you need any help with any bosses or rune farming, IGN has tons of how-to guides to help and an incredibly detailed interactive map, so go check it out. Moving on, it's finally been done. The fake video game that was featured in Red Hot Chili Peppers' 1996 Californication music video is finally a reality. The Californication music video featured low-res versions of the band members snowboarding, shark surfing, riding a dragonfly, and so much more. It's a wild ride of sequences that could absolutely make a plausible game, so it's incredible that it's finally been made. Mikel Camps Orteza lamented how ever since the Californication video came out, he had wanted to play it, and since no one else made it, he decided to just do it himself. Developed and released by Orteza, the game mimics the same low-res version of each band member and lets players chili pepper their way through 7 different levels of racing, snowboarding, swimming, and flying giant bugs like in the video. You can download and play the game for free on PC and Mac at the game's official itch.io page, with an Android version of the game coming really soon. Warner Bros. Montreal has finally announced a release date for the upcoming co-op action role-playing game, Gotham Knights. The DC Heroes game will feature iconic heroes Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood. Gotham Knights was originally planned for a 2021 release, but we now have October 25th, 2022 as the official release date, and boy, we can't wait. Mark your calendars and prepare to protect Gotham City once again. The last time we saw footage of Gotham Knights was back in October 2021 with a story trailer and no release date. The game revolves around Nightwing and the gang restoring justice to Gotham City following the death of Batman. They face the Court of Owls, a secret society within Gotham, and their army of brainwashed assassins, the Talons. Between the hit film The Batman and Gotham Knights, 2022 will be a big year for DC's most dangerous city. Seriously though, why do people still live there? Moving on, an investigation on 3 investors is underway in relation to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. According to a Wall Street Journal report, Barry Diller, Alexander von Furstenberg, and David Geffen invested around $108 million into Activision Blizzard just days before Microsoft announced the acquisition. It's reported their investment saw share values go up to $168 million and could potentially be worth upwards of $200 million if they get to keep their shares until the Microsoft deal closes. The transactions were made privately through JP Morgan Chase & Company, who later reported the trade to law enforcement once the Microsoft acquisition became public. For those that don't know, insider trading is the act of buying and selling stocks with knowledge of confidential or non-public information with the intent on making lots of money fast. This practice is illegal in the United States as it offers those privy to information an unfair advantage. Diller has described himself as a long-term friend of Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick and served on Coca-Cola's board of directors with him. Von Furstenberg is the stepson of Diller, and Geffen is another longtime friend. So yeah, this whole thing smells foul. But Diller told the Wall Street Journal that none of them had insider information about Microsoft's acquisition prior to the announcement, and this is all just them being lucky. Though insider trading has yet to be proven, this is just another terrible story to come out of Activision Blizzard. Can we have people in power who actually care about us gamers? Maybe go a whole week without doing anything bad, please? The latest patch fixes for Horizon Forbidden West includes changes to gameplay, quests, and graphic fidelity. But one fix is sure to really please players. Guerrilla Games announced on Reddit that the 1.06 patch includes a list of fixes to the game around things like Fire Gleam icons not disappearing, 100% completion not being recognized, dozens of bugs affecting main quests, and more. They even fixed a bug where Varl was stuck swimming in Reach for the Stars, so he can finally take a breather. But among bugs like indoor snowing in the Dying Lands or Aloy getting stuck in the floor in Seeds of the Past, one detail drove many players crazy. How often Aloy mentioned her stash. No, not a mustache, the magical network of chests where your extra items go. I mean, maybe this wasn't worse than having the wrong carcass spawning in certain salvage contracts, or maybe it was. The point is, we finally can hear less of, "I'll send this to my stash," for every twig, berry, flower, or whatever Aloy gets her mitts on. Guerrilla did confirm that not all reported graphical issues were fixed, but it would continue to work on releasing more patches to fix certain environmental fidelity issues, photo mode bugs, and more. Moving on, Smilegate and Amazon Games were overjoyed by the strong launch of Lost Ark mid-February, with teams on both sides amazed by the response and turnout. Lost Ark was originally released in South Korea in 2019, but its North American arrival last month made the game the second highest played game in Steam history, with 1.3 million concurrent players in less than 24 hours. It has developed a strong following due to stunning visuals, art, and a substantial amount of content. The success of the game surpassed dev expectations and has managed to plateau at over 134,000 concurrent Twitch viewers. That's pretty impressive. The volume of players even forced Smilegate and Amazon to scramble to spin up more servers to meet player demands, as queues for the game saw players waiting hours to get in. In honor of its 1-month anniversary, the devs announced a March update and hinted at a regular cadence of new story and raid content. The new storyline in the March update introduced new quests, islands, and cinematics to Lost Ark following new and returning characters that focus on the Sidereals and the legendary Kadan, the first Guardian Slayer. Certain quests must be completed to engage the new storyline, such as Yorn, Let There Be Light, Whispering Islet, Start of Our Story, and Illusion Bamboo Island, End of the Trials, along with the completion of Phaeton. The new Abyss raid boss Argos, similar to Guardian raids, will see players in parties of 8 fight a bigger boss in 3 phases, dropping rewards claimed once every week. Argos will be available at the Abyss raid statue in major cities. And this isn't even all the Lost Ark content for March, as devs have said in the release notes to stay tuned for more information closer to when the update is ready.
It's time to take a quick break. When we come back, the star of the live-action Cowboy Bebop shares his thoughts on the show's cancellation, and we have a first look at the trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. May the Force be with you. Welcome back. Director Matt Reeves explains that the spin-off of the Batman will center around Arkham Asylum and will be a horror series. But before that, John Cho, who played Spike Spiegel in the live-action Cowboy Bebop show, has shared his initial thoughts on the show's cancellation. Let's find out what he had to say.
Now, the actor John Cho shares what he thought about the cancellation of the live-action Cowboy Bebop series that was on Netflix, explaining just how shocked he was when he heard the news. Now, speaking with The Hollywood Reporter, Cho said, quote, "It was just a huge event in my life and it was suddenly over. It was very shocking and I was bummed. I put a lot of my life into it. I'd gotten injured shooting that show, and so I took a year off because of the surgery and devoted my life to rehab, came back and finished the show." He also talks about how his family moved to New Zealand where they were filming the series, and he goes into detail about how good he felt about what they created. But you know what? Unfortunately, fans didn't feel too good about the live-action adaptation, and ultimately, the Netflix viewership was on the decline week after week, which led to the streaming giant just canceling the show altogether. Now, even with the lukewarm reception of the live-action series, Netflix is really doubling down on taking our anime, our beloved anime, and bringing them into the real world, which I don't want them to really do, but they are doing it with upcoming live-action adaptations of One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, and a live-action Gundam movie. Now, out of those 3 upcoming live-action adaptations, I have the most faith in the Gundam movie, which will be directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts of Kong Skull Island fame. But those are John Cho's thoughts on the cancellation of Cowboy Bebop. How do you all feel about it? And a deeper question is, should Netflix keep moving full speed ahead with all of these anime adaptations into live action? Sound off down below. Now, in art imitating life in the strangest way, the actor who plays Homelander in Amazon Prime Video's The Boys was arrested on drunken assault charges. Now, according to the Daily Mail, actor Anthony Starr admitted to assaulting a chef while working with director Guy Ritchie in Spain. Now, he was handed a 12-month suspended prison sentence in order to pay $7,855 in compensation. His state of drunkenness was taken into account as a contributing factor. Now, it's honestly just wild hearing that this happened, but it kind of makes you wonder if he's maybe method acting. Is he letting the character of Homelander go to his head? Homelander has definitely done far worse on The Boys. We're getting a look at the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series with new exclusive images from Entertainment Weekly. And with the exclusive EW images, we see actor Moses Ingram playing the Force-sensitive Inquisitor Reva, who's been described as ruthless and ambitious in her search for the Jedi in hiding. Now, speaking to Entertainment Weekly, the actress describes her character as being similar to the Grand Inquisitor and Darth Vader, saying, quote, "They share a common dark side goal. They're on the same team." Now, Reva is a new character in the Star Wars universe, so not much is known about her just yet. Now, we also have confirmation that we'll be seeing the Grand Inquisitor returning in live action form in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Now, fans of the franchise will remember the character from Star Wars Rebels, and spoiler alert, the Grand Inquisitor doesn't make it to the end of that show's run. So if he's alive in Obi-Wan Kenobi, we can probably get a better idea of when this show takes place in the Star Wars timeline.
I don't understand.
No, it doesn't seem complicated. I am the Inquisitor. Welcome
Now, fortunately, we won't have to wait too much longer for the series, as the Obi-Wan Kenobi series will debut exclusively on Disney Plus May 25th. Why not May the 4th, Disney? I don't understand. That's like a super missed opportunity. But anyways, that's good news for the House of Mouse. But there was a shakeup in the world of Disney back in January when Black Panther director Ryan Coogler was detained by Atlanta police after they mistakenly thought he was a bank robber. Now, according to TMZ, Coogler was detained after attempting to withdraw a large amount of cash from a Bank of America. Now, the director, who was wearing at the time a hat, sunglasses, and a COVID-19 face mask, slipped a note to the bank teller that said, quote, "I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money count somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet." Now, the teller misinterpreted the situation as an attempted robbery, tripped the alarm, and called the police. Now, according to Variety, a Bank of America spokesperson has since apologized for the incident, stating that it never should have happened. Now, I get why, he wanted to be very discreet about the withdrawal. I mean, $12K is a lot of money, and you wouldn't want to suffer an actual robbery occurring with someone like overhearing and seeing that amount of cash being withdrawn. It's really crazy stuff. And finally, we've got a special event coming our way for Demon Slayer. To celebrate the anime's 3rd anniversary, Demon Slayer fans can look forward to a special event happening April 16th and 17th called the Devil Festival Animation Anniversary. Now, according to the Kimitsu-sai website, it appears to be a ticketed event so people can attend live, taking place in Japan. For more details about the event, you can go to kimitsusai.com. Now, hopefully they'll be streaming the event for Demon Slayer's global audience to enjoy. And, we'll see what news breaks from the event. Now, director Matt Reeves is giving us new information on the Batman spin-off series based on the Gotham Police Department, which will seemingly now focus on Arkham Asylum and have a bit of a horror twist thrown into the mix. Now, here's what Matt Reeves had to say while speaking with the Cyber Nerds YouTube channel.
That story has kind of evolved. We've actually now moving more into the realm of exactly what would happen in the world of Arkham as it relates coming off of our movie, and some of the characters, again, in their origins that you would, almost leaning into the idea of it's like a horror movie or like a haunted house that is Arkham. The idea of, again, the way that Gotham is a character in the movie, I really want Arkham to exist as a character so that you'd go into this environment and encounter these characters in a way that feels really fresh. And so in our work on Gotham, that story started to evolve and it started feeling like, wait, we should really lean into this. And that's kind of where that's gone.
Now, it's not exactly clear if the entire premise of the show has shifted from policing in Gotham City to focus more on Arkham and its inmates, or if it'll likely be a combination of the two. Now, they did, however, switch things up when original showrunner Terrence Winter, who was also a prominent producer and writer on The Sopranos, left the Batman spinoff due to reported creative differences. Now, Joe Barton is stepping in to executive produce and showrun. Now, with the Gotham Police Department spinoff series and the separate Penguin series, Warner Brothers is really banking on this new iteration of the Batman for many years to come, as they should. After the Batman's opening weekend, Warner Brothers is reporting the box office numbers for their latest Dark Knight outing. The Batman managed to pull in, get this, $134 million domestically, with strong pre-sale numbers throughout the weekend. Adding an additional $124 million from abroad, the Batman's worldwide score at the box office comes in at $258 million, according to Deadline's latest numbers. Now, that's a lot of bat bucks, but if you've seen the 3-hour superhero flick, there's no surprise and there's no mystery to WB's latest success. What was a mystery, though, was the Batman ARG, which seemingly teases a sequel storyline for the film. Now, without giving concise details away to avoid spoilers, there's a certain riddle in the film that seems to suggest that Arkham Asylum and a certain two-faced individual might be part of a sequel. Now, a Reddit user by the name of Vengeance22 deciphered the riddle found on a website the Riddler uses in the film. Now, you can go to r/DCEU leaks for the entire breakdown and explore more of the user's findings there. Real exciting stuff, honestly. I really love it, when movies are able to break that fourth wall and seep into our reality. I mean, that's the attraction of ARGs, and Batman movies have done them in the past, so expect nothing less from The Dark Knight's latest outing.
You heard us right, Snoop Dogg. Yes, that Snoop Dogg has officially joined FaZe Clan's board of directors and adopted the tag FaZe Snoop and changed his Twitter profile name to match.
Hey yo, FaZe the up.
In addition to assisting with business initiatives, he'll also create content and merchandise. The announcement came with a cute little video too. Go check it out.
Am I still streaming?
Within that video is a now famous Twitch clip of Snoop Dogg coming back to his computer asking, "Am I still streaming?" Prior in the day, Snoop was playing Madden and, like many gamers before him, rage quit after things weren't going his way, but forgot to end the stream. Hours and hours later, he came back. Here's the moment.
Bitch, if I have to, you know why. Am I still streaming?
I'm Stella Chung, and that was your weekly fix. We'll be back here next Saturday with more of the biggest gaming and entertainment news of the week. Catch you then.